The long-running battle between Kylian Mbappé and Paris Saint-Germain has finally reached a definitive and high-stakes conclusion in the French courts. For over a year, this saga has felt less like a football transfer and more like a corporate thriller, filled with unpaid wages, secret agreements, and eye-watering lawsuits. But as of December 2025, we finally have a verdict that changes everything. To understand where we are today, we have to look at the massive ruling handed down by the Paris Labour Court on December 16th. After months of legal arguments, the court ordered PSG to pay Mbappé approximately 61 million euros. That is roughly $70 million in back pay. This amount isn't just a random figure. It covers 3 months of unpaid wages from the final stretch of his time in Paris, specifically April, May, and June of 2024. It also includes an ethics bonus and a significant portion of a signing bonus that was baked into his 2022 contract. While 61 million euros sounds like a massive win, and it was actually a partial victory for Mbappé's legal team. They had originally gone after the club for more than 260 million euros. His lawyers argued that the club had engaged in moral harassment and tried to have his entire contract reclassified. The judges, however, took a strictly transactional approach. They rejected the claims of harassment and focused solely on the black and white terms of the employment contract. Work was done, so the salary must be paid. But the real drama in this court session came from PSG's massive countersuit. The club didn't just want to avoid paying Mbappé, they wanted him to pay them. PSG sued for a staggering 440 million euros in damages. Their argument was based on bad faith. PSG claimed that Mbappé had intentionally misled the club about his plans to leave for Real Madrid on a free transfer. They argued that by doing so, he caused a loss of opportunity for the club to sell him and recoup a transfer fee. Specifically, they pointed to the famous 300 million euro offer from the Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal in 2023, which Mbappé famously refused to even discuss. PSG's legal team insisted there was a verbal agreement in place. They claimed Mbappé had promised to waive his loyalty bonuses if he chose to leave for free, a move intended to protect the club's financial stability. However, the court was unmoved. The judges ruled that PSG failed to produce any written evidence of this supposed agreement. In the eyes of French labour law, a verbal gentleman's agreement doesn't override a signed, legally binding contract. The fallout from this ruling has been explosive. PSG released a statement shortly after the verdict, acknowledging the judgment and confirming they would comply with the immediate order to pay the 61 million euros. However, they made it very clear that the bridge is completely burned, stating they reserved the right to appeal and continue the fight in a higher court. Mbappé's representatives, on the other hand, have framed this as a landmark win for player rights. They stated that the ruling restores a simple truth in professional sports, that even the biggest clubs in the world are not above labour laws. What makes this even more fascinating is how the two parties have fared since the split. In a twist that few predicted, PSG actually found their ultimate success right after Mbappé walked out the door, winning the 2025 Champions League title with a rebuilt, team-focused squad. Meanwhile, Mbappé has finally integrated into the Galactico lifestyle at Real Madrid, proving that both sides might have actually been better off moving on. As it stands, the 61 million euro cheque is being processed, but with the threat of an appeal still hanging in the air, this might just be the end of a chapter rather than the end of the book. It's a story that reminds us that in modern football, the most intense matches aren't always played on the grass. Sometimes they're decided in a courtroom in the heart of Paris. What do you think of the court's decision? Was 61 million euros a fair result, or should PSG have been held accountable for more? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the business side of the beautiful game, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on the biggest stories in world football. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.